As for me and my journey, he's this guy's supposed to come this week. He did spray the corners of the rooms. When I mean the corners, I mean the very edges, not just the actual corners, like that. He sprayed the edges. But as far as I know, he didn't spray all the edges. And what he was supposed to do was lift, my husband was supposed to lift the rug so he could spray under the rug because they hide under there. So he's supposed to come this week and do that. I have to call him to make sure exactly what to expect, because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm tired. I just caught my breath, and to have to put out with all my pillows and sheets, to have to put everybody's stuff outside again in bags and wash them all day long, I'm exhausted. So if he's just going to do that, then all I'm going to do is put my makeup, cover my makeup up. I'm not even going to do like last time. I killed myself. So I want to know exactly what to expect. And I don't even care about if the poison gets on my clothes. I'm not going to put my clothes in bags outside, my underwear outside. I don't care, just freaking spray. Because last night, I woke up at 2:30 in the morning. It's really frustrating. I mean, that rug outside was not the reason. It was the black bags. Definitely, they were in the black bags. Sitting outside, but they weren't in direct sunlight. They were off in a corner where sun doesn't really get to that well. So it's maybe the reason why they didn't die. Maybe. But like after 2 days of not getting bit, I thought, well, okay, so maybe this is going to be the last of it again. Like last week was 5 days. I got bit again in my bed. So I took everything off the bed again. I sprayed poison all over the woods part of the bed. Wherever there were cracks in the bed, crevices of the bed, behind the bedboard, because that's where they mostly like to hide. I took off all my sheets, all my pillows. I washed everything. And put everything in the dryer in high heat. And I have like 3 quilts on the bed. I've got like 20 pillows on the bed, and I think a sheet or 2. And that's exhausting. That took me like the whole day to do. Put poison, alcohol. When I went to go look at the cover, it ripped. My husband taped it down, and the tape lifted. It was not the rug. I put a ton of poison on that rug, and I put a ton of alcohol on that rug, and vacuumed it, poison and alcohol down on the floor in our dining room area, brought the rug back in, no problems. Nobody, my husband and my son are there all the time, no problems. I am the one, it's like, I don't know if it's that my husband sleeps on the sofa now because he needs to sleep for work, but they have been eating me alive. After 2 days of nothing, that I was like, well, maybe okay, maybe this is okay, maybe it was just one bed bug and it died. All of a sudden, eaten alive. And even after I washed all the sheets and everything, and poison and alcohol, and covered up the area where the tape lifted with a much stronger tape, I'm still being eaten alive. I am at my wits' end. I had a good cry this week over it because I was just at my wits' end. This morning I was itching, and I was like, sometimes, since I have sensitive, like, allergies, sometimes my skin can get sensitive to stuff. I said, well, maybe the sheets are so full of alcohol, it's irritating me. So like about 2:30 this morning, I'm trying to check, and I'm like, is that a bite, or is it just swollen from an allergic reaction or whatever? I said, just in case, let me get my alcohol. I put 91% alcohol in a spray bottle. It's murder on my skin. I bought a ton of moisturizer. I alternate alcohol moisturizer. One of the things I learned that helps is I'm using an oil spray because it's hard for them to crawl on it, and I still, for the life of me, don't understand how they can each climb up your leg or your arm in pure daylight and you don't feel it. I don't understand that. I mean, they numb you when they bite you, but come on, you gotta feel them. I don't know how they do it. But yeah, I heard that I've been eating alive during the day at my computer and at night on my bed. And I'm going crazy looking for my spray bottle. Like, where did I put my spray bottle? And in the process of that, I have 20 pillows. I'm moving the pillows back and forth, back and forth. I said, it's got to be here somewhere. All of a sudden, I saw it. One. They're noticeable. They're not. Their babies can be microscopic when they're first born, which is, I was thinking maybe that's why I'm getting eaten alive by, that I don't see them. But this is I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're as big as the tip of this, and I've seen bigger. I've seen them much bigger, so it was about that size. And I wanted to curse up a storm. I don't curse, but I wanted to curse up a storm. I was like, you mother friggin', you are not getting away from me. And I grabbed the pillow, and I didn't want to squish it with my finger. It's just gross. I mean, and also because it's against the pillow, and I know it's not going to do nothing. So I couldn't think of what to do. So I ran to the bathroom with my pillow, and you know the foot scrapers that you use to take the dry skin off the back of your heels. I took one of those and just started ripping that thing to shreds. I was so mad. I was so mad. It's 2:30 in the morning. I could not. No. Was it 2:30? No, this was 4:30 in the morning. Or 4-ish, and I couldn't go back to sleep. I was so mad. I was like, how am I going to do this video? My eyes, you know, at my age, lack of sleep gives you more wrinkles under your eyes. So I was so mad. I just stood up watching My Name is Earl on Netflix. I was just so furious. I also noticed, one of the things I noticed is that when I turn off the light at night, when I'm at the computer, I'll get some nasty bites. And I'm like, it must be bigger ones. And so now I don't like leaving lights on to save on electricity, because it's like $200 for electricity a month when you have the air conditioners running and stuff. So I have like a little side light, and I keep that on, and that helps. I noticed that helps. They don't like to come out during the day, and the only time they will come out during the day is if they're starving. And that's why I think it must have been coming from my bed. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't the rug, because the rug has been here a week, and nobody's complained when they go to the table. They must have been in the mattress and they're hungry. It takes them 10 months to 2 years to die of starvation. And it must have been starving, and I think that's why they're coming out during the day, because when I started getting bit, it was like the sun had just come up. It was 6 o'clock in the morning. I heard they will come out just before dawn, before the light comes in. That's the latest they'll come out. That's what I heard. I've just been reading so much. I have been wheezing a lot, and I found out why. I thought it was all this. It might have been the sprays that we've been spraying, but also I heard that the powders that they use are I think it's pronounced diametrous earth. And that is not good to inhale. And that, I told him to put that in my room. But the wheezing finally went away. So, I mean, I just keep reading and just trying to find out stuff. And, so, yeah. So, it wasn't the rug. It was the black bags. That's why they were eating my daughter alive this week. She also doused her bed is made of wood, too, with poison. Doused her a mattress with alcohol. And she hasn't gotten bit. So, I don't know. They're in my room. Again, when I'm sitting at the computer, I use an oil spray on my legs to make it hard for them to climb me. So, I don't know if maybe everything I'm doing just kept them away. But my brother was telling me he knew that he knew when the guy didn't want to lift the rug and spray that they were probably still hiding there. So, I was at my wits end. I had a good cry this week about it. I just couldn't take it anymore. I was going out of my mind with these bites. Sorry, I keep shaking my leg. So he's coming this week, and not sure exactly what day. And not early in the week because I just I want to be a little bit more prepared. So I'll call him up and see exactly what I need to find, what to expect, and then plan him coming accordingly. So yeah. And hopefully this will be it. They'll lift up all the rugs from the corners of the edges of the house, of the apartment, and spray down there. And I also heard one of my YouTube friends told me that the reason that they don't die is because they don't ingest the poison, that the poison is absorbed through their feet, and it takes a month for that to totally kill them. So hopefully this will be it, because this has been my nightmare. I feel totally isolated. I can't hang out with my brother. I feel so paranoid when I have to go to appointments with my kids. I'm so paranoid that it's on me and it's gonna give it to somebody else. These creatures are horrible, and the government is really close to calling this an epidemic. I don't know why they don't just call it an epidemic. Maybe because then they'll be responsible to do something about it. And maybe they're not prepared for that. But yeah, they've just been worse. 500%, that's a lot. So I don't know. So anyway, so yeah, just hopefully that this will be it and I can move on with my life. But in good news, I did 4/5 of the garage. I'm almost finished with the garage. I got most of the boxes out. I can finally get to my nail polishes. I just need the time to play with the nail polish. So many ideas I have in my head that I want to do. So I finally could get to the nail polish. It's just maybe 1 or 2 boxes left. My husband's guitar stuff is in there. And then other stuff, like my son took the doors off his closet. He's not using his bed frame, so the bed frame is still there. And then like a file cabinet that I really don't need up here, I could bring downstairs. So even after I get downstairs organized, I have to go through all the files too, because I've been filing stuff for 10 years, so I could throw most of that out. So so anyway, so I'm just gonna organize more, and then probably after homeschooling go through all the files. So yeah, that's the good news. Finally, I'm just so happy that I've been able to do that. I really, really wanted to do that before I started homeschooling. And then the last thing I just need to do is DMV, get my license plate and my driver's license switched over, and I will be a Texan, and that will be, I'll feel like I finally, this is it, everything's been done. So yeah, so yeah, I will see you next week with that, and hopefully you guys will have fun finding your Wet n Wild. And September is the best month for makeup, because that's when all the Halloween makeup comes out. So I really, really hope, because even if I know Ulta sometimes has fantasy makers, Walgreens has fancy makers, CVS has a little bit, but Walgreens usually puts out a lot of it, though not all of it. And when the Halloween stores come out, they should have some fantasy makers. So hopefully I will find what I'm looking for, because I did find out that they came out with some new colors. Before I was like, oh, it's just the hair stuff, but then more displays have been cited at Rite Aid. If you have a Five Below, they should have some there too. And so they came out with like a new face palette, the creams to make up your face. And they came out with a new color for the Tombstones, which is black with red glitter, and a matching lip gloss. It's red glitter lip gloss. So I saw those 3 things that were new, besides the hair stuff. So they did come out with one new color. So hopefully I'll be able to find it at Walgreens or one of the Halloween stores. So yeah, so have fun with all of that, and so you have fun next month with all the Halloween stuff. Best time to get lashes and everything. So Okay. Mwah. Love you. Bye.